Chase's Apple Orchard Adventure. One bright and sunny morning, Chase, the brave police pup from Paw Patrol, was getting ready for a new adventure. He had just finished checking his police truck when Ryder's pup pad buzzed. "Chase, we have a special mission for you today," Ryder said. "Farmer Yumi needs help picking apples in her orchard. Do you think you can lend a paw?" Chase perked up his ears and wagged his tail. "I'm ready for action, Ryder," he barked. With a big smile, Chase hopped into his police truck and drove off toward Farmer Yumi's apple orchard. The road was lined with tall, leafy trees, and the air smelled fresh and sweet. When he arrived, Farmer Yumi was standing near the big red barn, waving happily. "Hi, Chase. I'm so glad you're here," she said. "The apples are ripe and ready to be picked, but I need some extra help to gather them all before the sun sets." Chase looked around at the beautiful orchard. Rows and rows of apple trees stretched across the land, their branches heavy with bright red apples. The sight made Chase's tail wag even faster. "Don't worry, Farmer Yumi. I'll have those apples picked in no time," Chase said proudly. Farmer Yumi handed Chase a small basket. "You can start with these trees over here. Just be gentle when you pick the apples so they don't bruise." Chase nodded. "Got it! This pup's on the case." He trotted over to the first tree and looked up at the shiny apples. He balanced on his hind legs and reached up with his paws, gently twisting an apple until it came off the branch. He placed it carefully in the basket and moved on to the next one. As Chase worked, he noticed a few apples that were too high for him to reach. He sat down and thought for a moment. Then his ears perked up with an idea. "I'll use my pup pack to help," he said excitedly. With a press of his badge, Chase activated his pup pack. A small claw-like grabber extended, reaching high into the tree. Carefully, Chase used the grabber to pick the apples one by one, dropping them safely into the basket below. Farmer Yumi clapped her hands. "Great job, Chase. You're a real helper." Just then, a soft thud came from nearby. Chase turned to see that a bunch of apples had fallen to the ground. "Oh no, we can't let those go to waste," he said. Chase quickly got to work, picking up the fallen apples and making sure they were still good. Some had tiny bruises, but Farmer Yumi assured him they were still perfect for making apple pie. As the day went on, Chase and Farmer Yumi filled basket after basket with delicious red apples. Chase loved the smell of the orchard and the cool shade under the trees. Birds chirped in the branches, and a gentle breeze rustled the leaves. After a while, Chase noticed that Farmer Yumi looked a little tired. "Why don't we take a break?" he suggested. "I brought some water and snacks in my pup pack." Farmer Yumi smiled. "That sounds like a great idea, Chase." They sat down under a big apple tree, enjoying some cool water and crunchy apple slices. Chase licked his lips. It was the sweetest apple he had ever tasted. Once they were rested, they got back to work. As the sun began to set, the last basket was filled to the top. Chase looked around proudly. The orchard was neat and tidy, with every ripe apple picked and ready for Farmer Yumi to take to the market. "You did an amazing job, Chase," Farmer Yumi said, giving him a big pat on the head. "I couldn't have done it without you." Chase beamed. "Just doing my job. Whenever you need help, just call for PAW Patrol." With the mission complete, Chase hopped back into his truck and waved goodbye. As he drove back to Adventure Bay, he couldn't wait to tell Ryder and the other pups all about his fun day in the apple orchard. And as he curled up in his pup bed that night, Chase dreamed of bright red apples, tall green trees, and another adventure waiting just around the corner. The end.